Yeah, everybody, my name is Lowell and welcome to the channel. So we have a sponsored video. Thank you very much, Joe, for this one. So we're going to jump back into some more RWBY. This is going to be Volume 2, Chapter 3. This one is called A Minor Hiccup. Let's jump in and let's have a look at this one.
So, Weiss, I was thinking after this, maybe we could go grab a bite to eat? And, I've got 2 tickets to that new Spruce Willis movie if you want to make the trip to Vale.
Spruce
I hear
Willis.
it's awesome. And then maybe after that we could study together? I mean, you're smart and I'm
And then timed that one wrong, I guess. Well, the stunning conclusion to the story will have to wait until next time.
Weiss, did you hear me?
Man, she is not...
No, yes.
She's not into you, mate.
One day.
Whereas, your other team member...
would never end.
All right, guys, today's the day. The investigation begins!
I'm glad to see we're taking this so seriously.
Hey, we've got a plan. That's moderately serious.
Right. Everyone remember their roles?
You and I will head to the CCT to check the Schnee records for any other dust robberies or inconsistencies. Seeing as I'm in the family, it shouldn't be a problem.
The White Fang has regular faction meetings to hand out orders and recruit new members. If I can get in, I can hopefully find out what they're planning.
I have an old friend on the shady side of town that typically knows everything going on in Vale. Getting information out of him shouldn't be too hard.
Great, we'll meet up tonight near Yang to go over what we found. Let's do this!
Yeah.
What the...
Son, how did you get up there?
It's easy. I do it all the time.
You do what?
I climb trees all the time. So, are we finally getting back at that Torchwick guy?
We are going to investigate the situation as a team.
Sorry, son. We don't want to get friends involved if we don't have to.
That's dumb. You should always get friends involved. That's why I brought Neptune.
What's up?
What
How
the...
did you even get up here?
I have my ways. Seriously though, can I come in? We're like really high up right now.
All right, I'll go with Weiss. Son, you can go with Blake. And Neptune, you can go with Yang since she doesn't have a partner. Everyone good?
Actually, Ruby, why don't you go with Yang? After all, she is your sister.
But Weiss, who would go with you then?
Look at him,
Well,
stiff as a
I
board.
guess Neptune could come with me.
Nah.
He looks so uncomfortable. Ruby's like, nah, you're coming with me.
I forget how big the transmit tower looks up close.
You should see the one in Atlas.
That was the first one, right?
Correct. Atlas developed the cross-continental transmit system to allow the 4 kingdoms to communicate with one another. It was their gift to the world after the Great War.
Ooh, look at me. My name is Weiss. I know facts. I'm rich.
Don't be a pest. Besides, the only reason we're here is because you like the tower so much. We could have just as easily made a call from the library.
I know, but it's so cool. Oh, I'm gonna take a picture. Oh,
Penny?
you dropped this. Penny? Where have you been? We haven't seen you since the night at the docks. Sorry, I think you're confused. I've got to go.
What the...
What was that about?
I don't know, but I'm going to find out. You go make your call. I'll meet up with you later.
Wait!
Penny, where have you been? It's been weeks. There seems to be a misunderstanding. What? Penny,
Did she get
is
reprogrammed?
everything okay? Penny, please stop. Look, I don't know what's wrong, but you have to listen to me. Those guys we fought at the docks, we think they're up to something big, something bad. I need you to tell me what happened to you that night. Please, as a friend. It isn't safe to talk here.
Ooh, mysterious.
CCT. How may I help you?
I'd like to go to the communications room, please.
Absolutely. Could you please place your scroll on the terminal to verify your identity? Perfect. Thank you, Miss Schnee.
Welcome to the Beacon Cross Continental Transmit Center. How may I help you?
I need to make a call to Schnee Company World Headquarters in Atlas.
Absolutely. If you could head over to Terminal 3, I'll patch you through.
Thank you.
Hi, Mom. How are things back in Signal?
You'd think the item in the pocket would be able to make calls.
Thank you for calling the Atlas. Oh, Miss Schnee. Good afternoon. Would you like me to patch you through to your father? I think your sister Winter might be here as well.
No, thank you.
Winter?
I was actually wondering if you could find some files for me. I've
course it
compiled a
is.
short list.
I see. If you don't mind, what may I ask is this for?
School project.
There are some sensitive documents on this list, ma'am.
Well then, I'll be sure to treat them with care.
Right. Very well.
I don't think
Data
that's what
is
she
being
meant.
transferred to your scroll now.
Wonderful. That will be all then.
Are you sure you wouldn't like me to patch you through to your father before you go?
Yes, I'm sure.
Well then, have a nice day.
She doesn't talk to her dad? Oh, she doesn't look very happy.
I wish I could help you, Ruby, but I don't know anything about those men. Well, what happened to you that night? We were all together and then you just disappeared. Were you kidnapped? Oh, no, nothing like that. Well, then where did you go? I've never been to another kingdom before. My father asked me not to venture out too far, but you have to understand, my father loves me very much. He just worries a lot. Believe me, I know the feeling. But why not let us know you were okay? I was asked not to talk to you. Or Weiss, or Blake, or Yang.
By who?
Anybody, really. Was your dad that upset? No, it wasn't my father.
The A3130 has been the standard security model of Remnant for several years. And they have done a fine job, wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree? But the Kingdom of Atlas is a kingdom of innovation. And fine? Well, that's just not good enough, is it? Presenting the Elysian Knight. 200. Smarter, sleeker, and admittedly, a little less scary. These models will become active later this year, but they won't be alone. Now, the Atlesian military has always supported the idea of removing men from the dangers of the battlefield. However, there are still many situations that undoubtedly require a human touch.
Ruby?
So, our kingdom's greatest minds, in cooperation with the Schnee Dust Company, are proud to introduce the Elysian Paladin.
Holy snap!
Now, we couldn't have them here for you today, but these mechanized battleships will be seen defending the borders of our kingdom within the year.
Damn!
Ruby, maybe we should go somewhere else.
Oh.
Penny? Wait, where are you going?
Down here. She went this way.
Oh.
This way!
Oh! crazy old man from the bloody shop again.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
Penny?
Did you see that?
Do you think she's okay?
Penny, come back!
You got some explaining to do.
Did she stop that with her bare hands?
Penny!
What the heck was that?
Please. What is going on? Why are you running? How did you do that? I can't.
Come on, just let us
Everything's
know.
fine. I don't want to talk about it. Penny, if you can just tell me what's wrong, I can help you. No, you wouldn't understand. Let me try. You can trust me. You're my friend, right? You promise you're my friend? I promise. Ruby, I'm not a real girl. Oh.
I think what we were saying last time about... Oh, come on! Ah. Come on! Ah, that was way too short. Damn it. Dang. Oh, that song is very sad. So, this one obviously confirms what we thought at the end of Volume 1, that Penny was not a real girl. Hence, that we kind of married her up with Pinocchio. I think that probably stands. I think that's probably a good analogy. So, maybe all is not super sweet and perfect in Whis' world as she makes out. I mean, why wouldn't you want to speak to your dad? And when that screen went blank and you could see her reflection, she looked very sad. Very sad. So maybe the relationship between her and her family aren't or isn't as good as she makes out to be. Which, we've seen movies, we've seen, stories and everything else. The rich you are, the more problems you have, etc., etc. So I'm assuming that's probably, her dad is probably a workaholic, etc., etc. So, everything's not going to be, perfect in paradise. So how far then, how deep that goes, who knows? Maybe we'll get a bit more information about that. So poor John doesn't realize that Whis is not into him, with him asking, 1,000 times, let's do this, let's do that, we'll do this, and you can, However, Pyra is definitely, if you ask Pyra, she would probably go and study with you and et cetera, et cetera. So, but anyway, but this was a good one exploring a little bit more of Penny. So it wasn't her father, it was somebody else saying, don't speak to the team, don't speak to Ruby, don't speak to Whis, etc., etc. So who that is, don't know. That's going to be interesting to find out who that is. So the cat definitely is out of the bag, obviously stopping that, 2-ton truck, with your hands. Obviously it's going to call attention to you. So now we just got to get to the bottom of that situation about, what's going on with Penny, why they're trying to keep her away from the team, why not speak to the team, etc., etc. So, as you said, I've never been in a different kingdom before, but I think it goes beyond that as well too. So, nice to see Sun and Neptune in there hanging off the wall, even though it was only a bit of a comic relief, but nice to see them as well too. But nice to see them out investigating, beyond what everybody's told them, to do. So I'm sure they'll get some real facts for the case. So, but obviously this episode concentrating on Penny, that realization that she's not a real girl, as she says, and then obviously finding out a little bit more about her backstory. So. there's definitely more to find out about her for sure. So, but yeah, that one kind of felt real short, that episode. So it kind of ended abruptly. So I was kind of wanting more information. It's like, yep, okay, now what's the next bit? You know, so kind of getting really dragged into the storyline here too. So I'm loving it so far. Loving this series. So, but we'll come back in the next episode. Hopefully we'll get some more information about where Penny comes from, you know, her family, etc., and maybe a little bit more information about Weiss as well. Now I kind of want to delve into that relationship she has with her family, her sister Winter. Of course it is. So a little bit more about that. What's the dynamics of her family, you know? So, you know, obviously probably old money company going back how many generations. You know, there's obviously going to be some skeletons in the closet there for sure. So it'll be interesting to see what comes from that. So, but join me in the next episode, guys. Thank you very much for joining me today. Make sure you stay safe, and I'll definitely see you in the next reaction video. Did you enjoy that video? Why not watch another one?